Hello everyone, good afternoon. My name is Dr. Sarah, and today we are going to talk about business planning. So all of you pre-entrepreneurs, tell me, what is a business plan? Who knows what a business plan is? Sarah.
The business plan is a written document. It's guide you how you go into your direction of the company, and you set up your strategic objective of the company, your goals, your initiatives, and what you're planning for the future.
Wow. Okay, did I get all of that? Okay, so do you want to come up here and teach next to me? That's awesome. Great answer. It's a written document, and it really sets the stage for you to be able to start your startup. So let me give you just a quick example. Hi, Mira. Hi. Those are the keys to my car. Don't stop off and get your purse and just drive. Go.
So you're going to need to tell me what's the car, where it's parked, where I'm going.
Right? Right?
Yep.
That's insane. Who would do that? Who would jump into a car and not know how are you going to pay for gas, where you're headed to, and what is it that you're actually going to achieve? What is the objective, as you said, right? Okay, well, you're going to drive from here to Alaska. Go.
That's a long time. That's complicated. I need a little more direction.
You do. You do. You need direction. And one of the biggest mistakes that entrepreneurs make when they're just starting out is they don't take the time to sit back and really research and understand what is it that they're trying to achieve and really how to achieve it. So we're not going to get into the different components because there are different components to a business plan, and it is a process. But I want you to take away that there are 3 major stages when you're creating your business plan. So the first stage is to prepare, right? It's exactly what you said. You want to know all of these things before you go jumping aimlessly into a car and not know where you're going, right? The other thing is you want to, once you've done that preparation part, as Sarah said, it's connected to strategy. You want to know that there's something that's coming. You want to know also maybe that there's some things that could affect your ability to be successful in your venture, right? And we're going to talk more about that in just a minute. And then of course to use it. That's the critical part, is that we don't take enough time to really go back. Once we've made our plan, okay, we've just crossed that off the list, right? And then we don't have to look at it again because that was really boring and oh my gosh, it took forever. But what is the good of a plan if you don't consistently go back and use it and make sure that you're on track, right? Okay, so just for the sake of discussion, we don't have a lot of time for the session. Munira, what's your favorite food? Pizza. Okay, so we are going to start a pizza restaurant. And what's the name of the pizza restaurant? Ala.
Yummy pizza.
Yummy pizza. Okay, so when we talked about after that preparatory phase and we go into the actual development, what we want to do is a little bit, I think everybody knows what this is a SWOT analysis. Who here has heard of a SWOT analysis? Yeah? Trey, what does a SWOT stand for?
Strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats.
Bingo. Okay, exactly. So our, what did we call it? Yummy?
Yummy, yeah.
Our yummy pizza. Okay. So this is our yummy pizza restaurant. And I want to give you an example of really what it means to actually go through the process of a SWOT analysis so you can properly prepare for your business. So we're going to open a yummy pizza business right here in downtown Dhahran. Okay? So what are our strengths in opening this pizza restaurant? What do we have?
Good ingredients.
We'll have good ingredients, okay? What else?
Great location.
Great location! We're opening in prime location right here downtown Dhahran, right? Okay, location. What else? Yummy pizza. What else? What are our strengths? Interesting menu. I like that. So maybe an innovative way to do pizza, right? I went to the Bahrain movie theater and they do like pizza cones.
Yeah.
And there was a huge line. Have you had one?
No.
Yeah, they're actually really, really good. Yeah, no, they're awesome. So maybe innovative, right? way of doing pizza, a new way of doing it. Okay, is there anything else that anyone can think of for strengths for our yummy pizza?
Maybe advertising.
Advertising, yeah. We've got a great network that we can use, right? We've got a great team for our advertising that can help us come with some really awesome and compelling ways to promote and to engage our audience. So now that we've talked about our strengths, let's move over to our weaknesses. What are some of the weaknesses that we have here?
Many competitors.
Many competitors, right? We've got, there's Pizza Hut, there's Little Caesars not too far away. There's a couple other pizza joints, right? Some Italian restaurants in there too that are doing some fancy schmancy ways of serving a pizza. Okay, what other weaknesses do we have?
Manpower.
Manpower. Tell me more about that.
Like we don't have enough staff or
Okay, not enough staff. Okay, maybe also it could be lack of qualified staff,
first,
right? Maybe we don't have somebody who has that authentic pizza, tossing skills that you see in the movies and everything. Okay, so what other weaknesses maybe could there be? Yummy pizza.
We're a startup.
We're a startup. That's right. That is a really good one. Tell me more about that, Trey.
We're doing it for the first time. I don't think we have any pizza chefs here, and the restaurant is just now opening.
Yes, absolutely. And so as we're looking at that as a startup, it's one of the things that we also need to consider. We haven't done this before. We don't have the same resources and the edge to compete with the Pizza Huts and with the Little Caesars and so on. So we need to take that into consideration. So let's move on to opportunities. What opportunities do we have for our yummy pizza in downtown Downtown? Branding. Okay. Tell me more about that, Sarah. How is branding an opportunity?
Once you succeed, you're gonna have opportunity to
Yeah.
and you're gonna open more branches in the future.
Absolutely. You build a solid reputation, right? Through your brand, and that could be an incredible opportunity. What else? Revenue, profit. There's a lot of money to be made out there, right? That's an incredible opportunity as well, right? Does anyone think of anything else for opportunities?
The food market here is booming.
The food market is booming, okay.
Market.
And we do have, because of where we're situated with Aramco, we have a lot of the demographics, we've got a lot of young professionals, we have a lot of people that are ordering. Actually, what about the pandemic right now,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
A lot of people are ordering, as opposed to, I know that the credit card bill that I pay every month is mostly Hunger Station, so.
All of us, yeah.
Yeah, so now that you're thinking about, the market, that's a huge opportunity. And looking at that is a good example when you look at preparing and put yourself in a position where you're looking at your entire operation and seeing from all the different angles how you can be successful. And finally, threats. What are some of the threats that we would see?
COVID.
COVID. Tell me more about that, Trey.
Probably indoor dining is still a challenge, so we have to do more, be ready for delivery and less restaurant.
Okay, and that could also go back up to when we were talking about our staff, right? We need to make sure that we have the right staff, whether they're drivers or chefs or delivery people. We have to make sure that we're prepared for that. That's an excellent point.
And we don't have maybe customer.
Yeah, right. Customers are also, obviously we want to get as many customers as possible, but that could absolutely be a threat because you've got all these different competitors. You've got people that are going to be looking for different service. And how many times have you ordered from a restaurant and you've had a bad experience, do you go back again?
No, personally.
Yeah, exactly.
Government expenses,
Ooh.
the unexpected things like taxes.
Taxes, what about labor too? That's
labor.
excellent. Of course you would think about that coming from finance. But no, that's absolutely right. You've got government expenses, you've got the extra expenses for each of your labor, right? To pay for their iqamas and so on. And you have to be able to be prepared to make sure that you're covering your taxes and all the while turning a profit.
Even the damage or the asset damage, that unexpected fees, like you have to have insurance for these assets that you have. So this is, as long as you pay more, you're gonna save your assets.
Insurance. Assets. Okay. Is there anything else?
Economy,
The economy? Tell me more about that.
with the COVID thing, people are losing jobs, there's no a lot of revenues, more taxation.
Yeah, the situation, right? Yeah, this absolutely it could influence and is a threat. I think that now globally with everything that's going on, we're seeing a lot of people tightening their belts. We saw in weeks, millions of people losing their jobs, and that affects and it has that trickle down effect. So this is an incredible example, and it's a very basic skill. But when you're looking at planning for your business, what you really want to do is do your research. You want to take your time. You want to be able to make sure that you've looked at all of these, different perspectives to make sure that you're best prepared for your business. So, who should be doing this in your team? Who? Planning and performance. Okay, but if you're a startup and you don't have a planning and performance, who should be doing this? Who should be conducting it?
The CEO and
The CEO. It's your team, right?
The founders, yeah.
Yeah, it's the founders. One of the things that I was actually really surprised about, and when we were getting our applicants at startups, is that we have a lot of people who outsource their business plan. And that couldn't be farther away from the reality of what you need to do because it disconnects you. Nobody knows your business more than you do, right? So you need to always make sure that you're prepared and that you are the one that's taking ownership. You are the one that's going through these exercises. Now, a business plan will allow you to go through the process, and there's a lot of different components to it. There's marketing, understanding your customers, and doing research. And you should be, as startups, heavily involved in that process, if not the only ones leading it. Because you need to understand the reality of what's out there. So, thank you so much. I see that I have I have only a minute left. Is there anything else that anyone would like to share about a business plan or any questions or anything that we've discussed so far? So now you're gonna jump in the car and head off to Alaska?
Yep.
Because you've identified your strengths, your opportunities. Well, not with my car, but but thank you so much. All right, thank you so much, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye bye.